Hello, my name is Derek Lusho, and I recently have been programming in Java a game engine that for me to program games in eventually, obviously. So every week I wanted to post an update video about how far it's come along. Right now I have some basic stuff coming along. This is the place that handles everything I program basically. Like a lot of testing goes on in here, just random stuff. So right now I'll show you what I have set up. I have a physics thread, that will be able to handle physics packs. And the next one I have, it's kind of set up, not really though. The physics right now, let's see. Yeah, so here's the physics manager class. It basically finds forces and it applies gravity based on things, and you can apply forces, and I'm going to add friction eventually, but that didn't really work too well right there. And the comment anyway. I'm going to by next time I'll have added some things. Actually, let me tell you my plans. So some of my plans for this are creating a UI interface and making it available for other devices other than devices that run Java. Maybe even reprogramming it in C# because Java and C# are pretty similar languages. Well, actually, let me show you what it does so far. So right now, it doesn't take too long to boot. Obviously, I'll have a boot screen later when it takes longer to boot. That also powered by whatever I decide to call this engine. So right now, as you can see, nothing but I programmed in is if you click U, it'll add this one truck model I found online to the I don't know why it shows a truck, but anyway, so it'll add truck model to the world, and I'll show you and demonstrate that gravity does work. So I just put it in. Now, what I could do, did I put this in? Is where is it? So and a lot of this stuff works. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, and there will be a different set of packages that'll be able to access this. And yeah, not much has been done so far, but hopefully in a little bit it'll have come a lot farther. And next week I'm planning to have a lot more physics stuff done, and maybe, just maybe, collision detection. So yeah, but first let me show you what I could do is you can have different scenes. Like, for example, I set it up so I could set another scene. So watch this. So first I'm in scene 1 right now, and I can switch to scene 2, which is just an empty world of blue, which it doesn't have any terrain inside of it. So excuse me. So now so it only updates and applies physics to the objects inside of the scene that's loaded. So, for example, if I spawn this in and then I click 2, now we're in this world. Whatever's in this world will appear. And if I click 1, it's in the same spot, and it'll continue just as it was before. Another thing is I could remove them from the world. I did something wrong, so I had to fix that, I guess. Keyboard. There'll be a better way of doing this just for testing right now. Let's just do D for destroy. And excuse me, I'm so used to Eclipse filling it in for me. And then so scene 1, which is the default scene that I set somewhere else in here. Dot remove entity. And so that means that it's not loaded, but so unless you set the entity to null, it'll still be loaded. It'll still have all its properties and stuff. So if I do this and I click U and then I click D, it'll disappear, and then I can click U again, and then it'll be in the same spot with all the same properties. What else is there to show you? So when you set it up, it's really easy to set up. Because most of the stuff will be done for you. I'm going to have world files you'll be able to create, specific object files rather than just OBJs. you'll be able to load up your contents into the home folder and download them off a web server like Dropbox or something. I have a display manager that does all this stuff for you, and so I have a small truck class that does some of the things, but when it creates an entity, it'll be able to load all these things, and just all you need to do is give it the file name and where to find it eventually, and it's really cool. You can just tell it how much it's rotated, its position. Like if I wanted this to be 15, then I could make it put it right there. And now, as you can see, it's a lot lower. You can put lights wherever you want. You're gonna be able to make terrains a lot easier than this. And one more thing that I recently added was being able to set things despawnable. So in the game loop, what I could do is, did I get rid of that method right there? Yeah. Okay, so I could do system.out.println and then entity.getAge, or did I .age? 1 second. Let me just a quick thing. I thought I did that. I'm trying to demonstrate what I programmed. So entity moving, or entity in general. So let's see. Alright, flow. Okay, let's create a getter for this. I'll make this neater later. What? Actually, sorry, I just have to go for a little bit. So then I'm just going to create a little age getter. So it's a float, right? Yeah. So public float get age. Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay. So then let me just return age. Okay. So now let's do that. So system.out.println entity.getAge. And as you'll be able to see, like the age in seconds. So as it goes on, the age increases and by seconds. Even though I used the delta thing to do that. And another thing you can do is, let's say you want your thing to be. Oh, another thing is it will. I don't think it will, at least. Yeah, as you can see, the age does not increase unless it's loaded. As soon as it starts to get loaded, the age goes up. So another thing you can do is you can make it despawnable. So if I just wanted to, so what I could do is I could do entity dot set despawn age, and I could say despawn after 0.5 seconds. I put everything in floats. And then all you do after that is entity dot set despawnable, and then true. And then as soon as it reaches 0.5, it'll despawn. And despawning will completely get rid of entity, I'm pretty sure. I go into entity class, and I go into the update method, which gets called as long as it's updated. I'm going to implement sub-entities too soon. So I'm just increasing it by a delta, and then I'll get seen. So then it actually, yeah, it doesn't get rid of it from the heap, it just gets rid of it. I guess. Well, anyway, let's just see it in action. So what I'll do is I will put this and then drag it over here. So as you can see, the age is 0, right? And you can kind of see it, I guess. Let me try to make this a little bit smaller so you can see it on the side. And okay, so you'll be able to see it now. So as you can see, as soon as it becomes C, it just went right over 5, and then it despawned, and the age is not getting updated because it's gone. So as soon as it reaches that age, it just completely despawns. So that way you can have temporary entities that drop on the ground that are like that you just want to be there temporarily, I guess. But obviously it doesn't have to be despawnable, and if I set this to false, it would still have a despawn age. But let's say you want to set despawnable later, I can set it to false right now, and then even if it does go over 0.5, it will keep existing, I guess. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to show you, and next week will be exciting. I'll probably have better physics packs, and I will like a physics packs feature, so you can add your own forces, like natural forces, and all the default ones that will go in there. And maybe if I get time, collision detection, because that looks like a pretty complicated thing to implement. Anyway, let me just get rid of this so I don't have to spam the log anymore. I will see you next week.